We all grew up with the music of Elvis Presley, but had no idea that the Memphis home he called Graceland is second only to the White House in attracting visitors. Currently, about 650,000 come through each year. This colonial revival-style mansion with its 23 rooms was built in 1939. By 1957, Elvis had done well enough to buy it for a little over $100,000. I can't imagine what it's worth today. It was here that he died in 1977 at the age of 42. Upon entering, we come to a living room frozen in time and in taste to the 1970s. The far end opens into a music room where Elvis could play piano by ear, just as he had learned to play guitar, without being able to read a note of music. In his career, Elvis recorded more than 600 songs across multiple genres. The opulent dining room at Graceland is dominated by a massive crystal chandelier. Downstairs is a TV room, where Elvis and his friends would sometimes watch 3 TVs at once. As if that weren't enough to look at, there are mirrors everywhere. Elvis loved to play billiards, and to make things cozy, he had the ceiling and walls covered with 300 or 400 yards of very busy patterned fabric to match the stuffed furniture. The jungle room defies description, but it came in handy when Elvis was not doing well at the end. He used it as a makeshift studio to record his last 2 albums. Outside is a swimming pool, and behind that is a fountain and meditation garden, where Elvis and several of his family members are buried. As time went on, Graceland expanded well beyond the mansion. There's a museum devoted to Elvis's movie career. He made more than 24 Hollywood films with formulaic musical themes that did not impress the critics, but fans loved them and bought the soundtracks. Another exhibit features Elvis's sequined jumpsuits that became his concert trademark, especially in Las Vegas. Elvis loved to collect classic cars. I couldn't resist posing with his pink Cadillac. The original 13-acre estate has expanded to 120, plenty of room to showcase his 2 jets, a Corvair 880 named for daughter Lisa Marie, and a Lockheed Jetstar used for business. Beyond that, Graceland has a resort hotel, a conference center, multiple places to eat, gift shops, and even a few horses. Elvis loved horses. Let's take a look at where Elvis Presley got his start. A fellow named Sam Phillips owned the Memphis recording service where 18-year-old Elvis showed up one day in 1954 and asked if he could pay to make a record for his mother as a birthday gift. Phillips was willing to record anything for anybody, but he was especially interested in bringing the sound of African American music to a wider audience. There was just something about Elvis's style that intrigued him, if not at first, eventually. When Phillips started his Sun Records label, the building became Sun Studio. Today, it's a National Historic Landmark. We went inside to find out why. A photo on the wall helped to explain. A newspaper photographer had captured a moment in time showing an impromptu jam session with Elvis at the piano, surrounded by Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Johnny Cash. The story was headlined, $1 Million Quartet. We found ourselves in a cafe and gift shop waiting to enter the hallowed space, which could be considered the birthplace of rock and roll. We were standing where other great performers like Roy Orbison, Ike Turner, Charlie Rich, and B.B. King had recorded in the early days. But more recent sessions have featured contemporary artists, such as U2, Def Leppard, Bonnie Raitt, and Ringo Starr. We tourists got to see the live room by day, but nighttime is reserved for actual recording sessions. maybe, just maybe, the sun would shine on our musical talents.